This is such bullshit. I've never been so pissed in my whole life. And this murder Charlie Kirk right here in Utah. I'm so freaking pissed right now. This is bullshit. I just saw blood squirting out of his neck. I love that guy. He would have been our next president. I am so pissed right now. Why do they always come with fucking violence? Gosh damn it. Use your freaking words as they're talking to you people. Who shot Charlie Kirk? I'm driving down a Provo right now. I'm so pissed. Damn it.
And look, you already know on this channel we hold racist Caucasian people accountable, because if we don't, who will? And before we start this video, if you don't like black people, black issues, black talks, get to stepping. Fred Hampton was murdered by Chicago police and the FBI during a pre-dawn raid on December the 4th, 1969. A raid that was part of the FBI's COINTELPRO program aimed at suppressing radical groups. And FBI foreman William O'Neill drugged Hampton, who was then shot and unalived in his sleep by police who fired many more bullets than the Panthers. Malcolm X's death, his family and legal team filed a $100 million lawsuit in 2024, alleging that FBI was involved in a conspiracy to allow his assassination through negligence and cover-up. Make that make sense. And sadly, I can go on and on, but who cared about Fred Hampton when he was assassinated in the same house as his wife that was 8 months pregnant? Who cared about Malcolm X when he was assassinated right in front of his family because of the FBI? Yeah, nobody but us. So where was the empathy? Where was the love? You want me to sit here and have empathy for Charlie Kirk? Matter of fact, this is what Charlie Kirk thought about empathy. Run the tape.
Bill Clinton in the 1990s, it was all about empathy and sympathy. I can't stand the word empathy, actually. I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that does a lot of damage, but
This man had a large following because he talked down on black people. And we all know in life that words have consequences. Matter of fact, that's why they call it spelling. You get it? A spell. You can cast a spell on yourself without even knowing. For example, check this out. Turning Point USA CEO and co-founder Charlie Kirk said of gun deaths on April 5th, 2023. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. Make that make sense. So Charlie Kirk was so focused on trolling and gaslighting the black community. Meanwhile, we got school shootings every single day. Tell me I'm lying. Charlie Kirk, he knew every negative stat of the black community, but ironically, he overlooked this important stat. Check this out. As of September the 10th, 2025, there have been at least 91 incidents of gunfire on school grounds, resulting in 31 deaths and 89 injuries. Make that make sense. So it sounds like instead of sending the troops to DC, New Orleans, and Chicago, we should have some troops in these goddamn schools and these churches. Tell me I'm lying. You can't just sit on the internet or go to these debates. Why are you debating as a grown man? You can't be going on debates and think you don't have no ops. You going on the internet trolling people, gaslighting people, exposing people, from these debates and think you don't have no ops. Charlie Kirk, you got caught slipping, my boy. You got caught lacking, my boy. It is what it is. Run the tape.
From law enforcement speak to our speak, it means they probably have a really good image of this individual. They talked about technology that they could potentially use. That might be along the lines of facial recognition. The FBI says that they found the weapon described as a high-powered bolt-action rifle. They'll obviously be able to try to trace that sale. That could go directly back to the shooter. It could also go to other individuals if he bought it from somebody else. So there's a lot of information here that's come through in the overnight hours, and it's the exact type of information they're going to need to hopefully put handcuffs on somebody.
So it sounds like they've gathered some key evidence. Let's talk about the shooter here for a moment. We're talking about 200 yards, single shot. We also learned in that news conference that they believe he is or she is of college age. What sort of profile can they build from those facts?
A lot, because apparently they track the movements from the moment this individual gets on campus through the stairwells, sets up, fires at Kirk, and then jumps off the building into a local neighborhood. So does this person have knowledge of the local area? That'll be something they'll look into. To the shooting itself, Craig and you and I were talking about this earlier, this idea of where they were set up. 200 yards away for a rifle like that, well within range for somebody that's had some training, certainly able to carry out that shot. But the fact that they were able to set up there, knew where to go, the fact that they knew the angle, it was a little bit tricky given where Kirk was for this shooter. This individual clearly had some planning and put some thought into it ahead of time. That may help with motive when it comes time to do the investigation. It might even help eventually bring this person into custody.
Interesting that he fled on foot, according to authorities, and kind of disappeared into the woods, which they've since secured. But I noticed that the officials said today in this news conference he may or may not even be in this area anymore.
Right, exactly. And so they're going to want to continue to do the work that's gotten them to this point, which is look for the camera in the neighborhood. You know, these days with Ring cameras, all the cameras everybody has in their houses, it's the exact type of information that helped lead police to determine where Luigi Mangione was in New York City. It's the type of information that appears to be helping him here. Hopefully they can see, did he get into a car? Did he get on a bus? Did he get on a train? Did he go somewhere? That, again, is going to be helpful as far as tracking the exact whereabouts of this person right now. Look, the fact that they haven't released the video of this individual is not something the FBI likes to do when they think that they have a good opportunity of getting them themselves. We'll continue to watch that throughout the day.
Charlie Kirk American Comeback Tour was a nationwide campus speaking series organized by Turning Point USA. The tour aimed to engage students in debates and discussions on conservative values. Kirk has scheduled events across various states, including Utah, Colorado, Minnesota, Virginia, Montana, North Dakota, Indiana, and Louisiana. Make that make sense. This dude was going on a KKK tour. This dude was going on a sundown town tour. And the cold part is his first stop, his first college stop, his last words was about gang violence. But Charlie, ain't no gangs in Utah. I keep telling y'all, bro, the game is cold. Charlie Kirk, a conservative activist, has made several controversial statements regarding race and black individuals. In January 2024, he commented, "If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified." Make that make sense. And I'll tell you this, you can go on any job site in America, and I bet you 100% it's a black person that trained everybody on a job site. Tell me I'm lying. But what they do is they use black people for their knowledge. They use black people for their work ethic, and then they lay you off and they take all the credit. But the days of disrespecting people is over. Our ancestors don't sleep. And if you feel like I'm tripping, if you feel like I'm lying, in my comment section, let me know I'm tripping. So before I go, I have to say this. I have to get this off my heart. I don't wish death on no one, but you can't be sitting on the internet or having these debates and you talking down on people you never met before. This dude never been to Chicago. He ain't talking to those kids in Chicago. He don't know what those kids in Chicago going through. But he was on debates talking down on them. He was talking down on black. He was talking down on so many people. That's why I'm not surprised if the person that, unalived him was the same color as him. I'm not surprised. By the time this video comes out, they might have the shooter, but I won't be surprised because he was talking down on multiple people, black people, his own people. He was talking down on everybody, people he haven't even met, but he was doing all that just to get a check. Dude was just 31 years old, and that's the cold part, Charlie. You was just 31 years old, and now you're gone, and the world gonna keep moving on, just like that clock that's on your tour website. Everyone is gonna keep moving on with time, but you gone. Damn, the game is cold. I'm out.